Welcome back to Tim and Sheena Kitchen, Season of the South. If you can say Season of the South real fast, I give you a free dessert. You gotta say Season of the South. Season of the South. If you can say that real fast like that, anytime you come to my restaurant, I give you a free dessert. Very difficult term to say. But if you say it fast as you can within 0.01 seconds, you get a free dessert at my restaurant. Alright, last I left was marinating the chicken. We're making some traditional Season of the South barbecue chicken. Prior to it going in the refrigerator, we had all the natural seasonings, scallions, onions, bell peppers. We had a little seasoning salt. We had a little garlic. We had a little pepper, and something else we had. I just can't think of it.
Brown.
And we used a little brown.
Zesty Italian.
Plus, the marinade was actually the Italian. The zesty Italian seasoning. That's what we use as a marinade for to sit for 15 minutes. So we let it sit for 15 minutes. We bring it out. Now we're going to throw it in the oven. I'm going to show you how to set it up in the tray.
You put your oven on 350.
Oh, yeah. Forgot. Thank you, Sheila. I put the oven on 350 because we wanted to kind of cook slow. We don't really want, 350 is not slow, but 350 is the excellent degrees to keep it at. So we want your oven at 350. All right? You want to layer your chicken on in there. Hopefully I have enough room in this small pan. Yeah, it smells excellent. One thing about the marinade and all those seasons, once they combined all together, it gives off an excellent aroma. Even with this same chicken, you can use it as fried. You can fry this chicken up, it'll make you slap your grandma.
Like that, yeah.
Granddaddy. Okay, once you do that, you want to put a little water on here so it doesn't stick to the bottom. So the sauce that I use, this right here that I had left over from the marinade, what you want to do is just put a little water in here. Put the water in there because you don't want to lose the seasoning. That's why it's called Season of the South. We don't lose no seasoning. We use all leftover seasoning. Just kind of pour it in the corners. So it doesn't dry out. Okay? And one of the key secrets to any time you bake, anytime you go to a restaurant and you see where when you go to anybody's home, she would put the picture on me, baby.
Oh, my bad.
Anytime you go to a restaurant and you see, or home, and you see that baked chicken is so nice and brown. I hate going to a person's home and the chicken look white, and the chicken look all dull, and the chicken look like it's not even cooked. I like chicken that's got that nice brown texture on it, that nice brown texture. The only secret to that is butter. Butter is a brown. So, what you want to do, just put a few pieces of butter in there. Probably like a tablespoon, but put it all around evenly. A couple of pieces of butter.
2 tablespoons.
Okay? So you got the water. You got all the seasonings. You got the chicken. You got the water. You got the seasoned water. It's just not regular water. Some people just go to the sink and get some water and pour it in there. Well, when you do that, Sheila, give a picture of it. When you do that, you will take the seasoning off the chicken. I want you to get a picture of this because you really take the seeds off chicken when you add that regular water. So you want to use any of the water that came out the seasoning tray and put it in there. So it just combines all seasons back together. Last but not least,
get your foil.
You got your aluminum foil.
Why do you use foil?
Huh?
Why do you use foil? Why don't you just put it in there like that?
Because it keeps all the juices in, Sheila. That was a difficult question at first when you first asked me.
Well, I knew the answer. I was just,
okay. Okay,
make
so
sure
that's kind of different. Why didn't you try to tell your dad trick shots? Well, you use the foil to keep all the juices inside. It's almost like that commercial everything is in there. All the juices and the aroma and the steam is going right back out. It's not coming out the oven. It's staying within the pan. And also, it cooks it a lot quicker because all the heat is staying within the casserole.
Compressed.
Did I answer your question, Sheila?
Yes, it did. Thank you, sir.
Now, generally, when you use aluminum foil, now you don't want to go. I said about the generic, ingredients and all that. You don't want to use generic foil. Reynolds wrap. Get Reynolds wrap. Get 100 feet. 100 feet lasts you a long time. Make sure it's really tight so no air seeps. If no air seeps, that means it's going to cook quicker. That means it's going to cook quicker. If you want it done in a short period of time, it's going to cook quicker the tighter it is. So make sure there's no loose spots in here so it cooks real fast. Okay?
Then we're putting this in the oven at 360.
Then we're putting this in the oven. Putting this in the oven, we're going to cook this probably about 30 minutes. 30 minutes we're going to cook that in the oven. Okay? We're going to be back to show you how to just make some barbecue sauce. Actually, we're not going to make it. It's not going to be
From
scratch, but it's just some things you can tweak it. You can tweak your barbecue sauce and make it into something spectacular as if you did make it yourself. Okay?
We'll be back.
We'll be back.